Welcome to Yes Offense. Trigger warning, disclaimer, whatever you want to call it, this podcast will feature graphic language about sex, race, violence, and anything else that might make people uncomfortable. However, this is a comedy podcast, and everything and anything talked about on it should be viewed as an attempt at humor. Like, if you hear anything on this podcast you don't agree with or like, please just turn it off. No one on here is a politician or actually affecting the way you live. So if you genuinely have a problem with anything said on here, redirect your energy at a real issue going on in the real world. Now let's get into the show. I think we're rolling. Hell yeah. And there it is. Well done. Oh. All right.
What the fuck was that? Had to break the ice.
Welcome to Yes Offense, you guys. I'm Alex Tomaselli. And today, I like to introduce my guests, get the plugs out of the way. I got my man Tom Roche with me.
Tom Roche.
Roche.
And you can find me on Instagram, Tom Roche Comedy. That's my Twitter. And you want me on Facebook, go ahead, Tom Roche, too.
Yeah, and then I got my other dude over here, Austin Apostol. What up,
Austin
man?
Apostol, what's going on? You can find me on Instagram. It's just Austin Apostol.
Do you guys have any shows coming up or anything, too? For any of that?
Yes.
I know you do.
Yeah, April 10th. I mean, I don't know. If you're listening to this, you're probably not in New York. I don't fucking know. But April 10th, I've got a show at Greenwich Comedy Club, I think is what it's called.
Greenwich.
Greenwich.
So, yeah.
I'm like reading it. Worcester. Yeah, no, Greenwich Comedy Club. April 28th is the Comic Strip Live. I know that I think Dante Nero is a comedian. He's going to be there. I hear Mark Norman's supposed to be headlining for that show.
Oh, hell yeah.
So if you want to not come for me, come for Mark Norman. Like, he's one of my fucking biggest influences. And then May 1st at the Elbow Room.
Oh, word. Hell yeah.
And Jimmy Moore's headlining that. So that's going to be a good show.
Oh, I fuck with James Moore.
Yeah,
he's going to be on at some point, too.
Special.
Yeah, he's a funny dude. I actually have a few dates. I'll be at the Shish Lounge in West Hartford next week, April 9th and 10th with Pete Angelo. Is it April 9th and 10th next week? Yeah, it is. April 9th and 10th next week. And then later in the month, I'll be at Woodbury. April 22nd, I'll be at Husky's Bar up at Yukon. And then I'll be at the Woodbury Brewing Company April 29th. That's in Woodbury, Connecticut. All these are in Connecticut. I don't know if anyone's yo, Tom, you opened up, or did you open for Karen Fian last weekend?
Yeah.
That's fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
I meant to tell you, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I'm a fan, so.
I found out about her during that. Like, I didn't know her before, but it's still cool because it's, when you're opening up for it was me and other comics. I went first, but when someone has those credits and they're like, I've been on Comedy Central, this and that.
Oh, she's
like,
fucking funny, dude.
She's great.
She's on Gas Digital and shit a lot. She's fucking hilarious.
That's
cool, dude. Making moves. Hell yeah. I don't know where to even jump off with you guys. Fucking WandaVision sucks. I'm gonna just start there. WandaVision, you seen that shit?
Oh, no, I haven't seen that. No.
It's like the Vision and Scarlet Witch, right? That show. It ended like 2 weeks ago, but just me and Tom were talking about it earlier, and I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna lie. I know they're doing shit different. I was just bored watching it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think the issue with that was like they started with like old timey sitcom stuff, but they were too faithful to it, and like old timey sitcom stuff isn't funny now. So it's like you're watching it and you're like, I think that, I don't know if you saw the whole thing. I thought the end of it was really cool. It was like a Marvel movie at the end.
I heard the last few episodes were freaking sick.
Yeah, at the end, it just ended like a movie. But Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I don't know. It's a good show. If you guys want, I'm not a Marvel show, but like,
Austin, you know Marvel guy at all?
I've seen some like the movies.
Yeah, or any of that shit.
But I know a little bit about it. Not too much, though.
You're not a comic book guy. You're not a comic book movie guy?
I'm not a comic book guy.
A lot of people have problems with comic book movies, and I sort of get it, but like, I don't know. I like to make fun of them, and I like to fuck. I don't know. I like the good ones are good.
Yeah, you either fuck with the formula or you don't, kind of.
I think the comics are pretty sick. My buddy Zeke, he collects comics and shit.
Yeah.
Gets like a bunch of them signed and shit. Again, a lot of them are worth like, I don't know. You could probably get find one in that store. I think it's like Enfield or some shit. And like they have like bins where you find a comic and that shit could be worth like $100 if you get it signed. It could be worth like $1,000. So
I went to Comic-Con, or like not comic, but some like Boston Comic-Con or some shit, and there was like the first Punisher comic for $400 before he was on Daredevil and the show came out. I went back like a year later, that shit was like $1,000+ just because he was on a show.
The Netflix show is
just because it went up in fucking
and that's happening all the time too, so you have no idea.
Yeah.
By a comic that's irrelevant, and then Netflix puts a show out.
Yeah,
about
it's weird because the cops really liked the Punisher, and none of his merch went up then.
You should be able to shoot whoever you want as long as they're doing crime.
That's the thing. Like Pete Angelo and I have talked about this. Like, the Punisher isn't a fan of the cops either.
And he is
like
not.
he kills crooked cops, and he actually kills cops who like get in his way and shit. And I don't know. It's just weird that I always see cops run around. It's weird too that the cops are like take the Punisher, and it's like the opposite of what the cops are supposed to do. Like they should be taking the Batman symbol, but they're like, no, we take the one where we kill people. It's like they're really leaning into the shitty stereotype of cops when you really think about it. Huh. I didn't even think of the Batman thing until now. Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing a sting operation right now.
Oh, yeah. We're in a car.
Yeah.
Should we address that situation? Yeah, we're in Austin Apostol's car
So
after an open mic.
2013 Hyundai Elantra. It's got about 85,000 miles on it.
I know if we pulled up the cops would just think we're dorks, like trying to spy on like one of these ladies closing their shops right now.
Just tell them we're like trying to catch ghosts or some shit.
I kind of want to do some hood rat shit. Like I don't know, what is some hood rat shit that we could...
We go break a window outside of the car.
Let's just drive the car into one of these
dump on the hood
places.
of the car.
No, man. Yeah.
We got 40 minutes to kill.
40 minutes to kill on this, you guys.
Didn't you say you had an article or something like that?
Yeah.
I have a few articles we can go through if you guys want to jump into one of those.
Yeah.
I just, like I said, this is very off the cuff. There's this, apparently this, Massachusetts high school coach. This has been happening a lot lately. Like, I don't know if you guys heard, like there's been, for some reason, there's been numerous radio hosts. Like it's always happened with radio hosts, but lately it's been like high school umpires and shit, or whoever like calls the radios the game, whoever calls the game or like does the radio thing of the game always says something
like a color commentary.
Yeah, super fucking like one guy a few weeks ago was like the girls kneel for the last national anthem. He just called on them the N-word. Like bright as day, and then he blames it on diabetes, dude. Afterwards, he was like, my blood sugar was just really high, and I get lucid, and it's like you said the N-word.
If I don't have a donut, I just throw around niggers.
Yeah. It really was like that, dude. He was like blatantly being mean about it. It's like, you know what? Hey, man, whatever. But it's like, you know, you can't, it's fucked up. Like you can't be saying it. It's like if you want to fuck around and say that shit, it's, you know, on your own time, whatever. But it's like he wasn't even being funny about it. He was like being dead serious. Like, I fucking hate these people. It's like, Jesus, dude, you can't be fucking.
I feel like that
shit.
explains the like police brutality. Like if the dude doesn't have his donut, that's when.
Yeah, again, back to the cops. Dude. Punish, no donuts, and the Punisher symbol.
The Punisher just needs to get his blood sugar up, and he'll be fine. That's all it is.
No, but this one's a little different. Massachusetts. Wait, what?
I was gonna say off of that fucking color commentary thing last summer. It was a Phillies game, I think it was.
Yeah.
And the dude, he like said faggot, I guess, on air. And like the next half inning, he went to go apologize, but the dude at the plate hit a fucking home run while he's apologizing. Yeah. So he had to be like, and this one's, he's like, I'm sorry, folks, or what I said. And this one's deep. Deep to left, and then he finishes.
I think I know exactly what one you're talking about. Yeah. Dude. That's hilarious. All right, this one, it's Massachusetts high school fires football coach after using anti-Semitic language in gameplay calls.
Jesus Christ.
So
this
is the thing, too.
Actually.
They don't even go into exactly what they're just like, yeah, we realized he was being anti-Semitic, but this one quote, it says, why did it take so long for someone to realize that Auschwitz as a code name for a football play may be offensive? It's like Auschwitz, dude. That's
what the fuck? Couldn't think of anything better.
Well, like, what's the play? Like, round them up, and get them all in one area and burn that. Like, it's
all
fucked
out
up.
Blitz.
Gas them.
Let's get a blitzkrieg. The
Blitzkrieg. Like, what other plays would you think that guy had in his thing? Is what I also want to know.
The 9/11.
They're probably just scratching the surface. He's probably got some deep shit in that playbook.
All right, guys. Up next, we're doing the Hiroshima.
So when we get Wang here to do a Hail Mary down the thing, and we'll score. I don't even know football. I just know
I don't know shit about
down
sports.
the thing.
That could be a play. You never know.
No, I know a Hail Mary, but I could have said field and I said down the thing. I do not watch sports ever.
Yeah, same.
But yeah,
I don't do sports. I don't know shit about cars. I don't like all that stereotypical dude stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I just watch anime and like.
Yeah, same. Not so much anime, but same like door shit. I had a girl who I was dating, and she just asked me a question about a car, and I was like, I don't know, I don't really know about cars, and she was like, isn't that like what guys do though? Don't they like know everything about cars? My brother knows just about cars in general. I was like, yeah, I don't.
Do you know everything about dishwashers?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
no, but really, yeah, I was like, I don't know. I don't know I don't know cars. I don't know sports. Same shit. It's just like dork shit.
I've wrecked a lot of cars in my life. I don't know what your history with cars is, but I've wrecked a couple cars.
I've ran cars into the ground by like not oiling them.
Same. My first car that was like, oh, they were like, you didn't change the oil. I was like, you're supposed to change the oil. I didn't like know that.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Actually, the first time I ever drove in the snow and picked up a large amount of weed, I crashed my car twice, and one time into somebody who had a kid in the car, and it was terrible. Like I crashed into them, and it was like my first time in the car. Well, I rear end them, and I see there's a kid. Jesus. So I'm trying to be nice, but I don't realize how psycho this comes off. I run up to their car and rip open their driver door and go, "Are you guys okay? Is the kid okay?" And they're like, "Get out of our car." And I'm like, "I'm so sorry." And then my friends were with me, and I had them take my it had like an ounce probably at the time. I had them take it and leave the car, and then the like dad gets out of the car to exchange information. He's like, where are your friends going? I'm like, don't worry about them. They have places to be. Just ignore they weren't here. And he was actually cool about that. Like I was shocked that when the cops showed up, he wasn't like, by the way, he was with two people who just took things out of his car and left. Now is that?
Yeah, that's true.
A week after literally it was like a week or two after I didn't change the oil. It was I ended up using my mom's car, and I was hanging out with my friends, and he left his wallet at Burger King. So we went, and there was this intersection, which apparently a lot of accidents happen there because there's like a stop sign and everything. And like we got into an accident right in the middle, and it was the same thing where immediately I got out of the car. I went to the other person because you want to make sure they're okay. Yeah. And she's just like crying, and there's a kitten on her lap. And I'm like, oh my God, did I fucking kill her kitten? Like the first thought is like the kitten's dead, and she's like crying and bawling. And then the cops show up, the kitten's fine, but he's like, oh, like what happened? And I was like, my dumb ass was like, oh, like she kept saying it's my fault. So I should have kept my mouth shut. And I was like, yeah, no, like I didn't see the stop sign and I kept going. So I ended up like getting like the ticket and stuff, which they didn't charge anything. And I think it's because she also ran the stop sign. We both did. But when I told my family, they were like, why the fuck would you tell the cops the truth? Like, why would you let them know that you're the one who... So that's kind of how I learned to lie to cops and not tell them.
Yeah, you don't technically have to tell the cops the truth.
I was like, this is the right thing to do, right? And now I had to pay a fine.
I've had everything go wrong by telling anything government or law enforcement related the truth. I swear to God. Like in that, like my bit about fucking, like telling when I had to go to like fake, drug rehab to like tell them about weed. I did lie about how much weed I smoked, and they literally were still like, "That's too much weed." Like they just lie, just say, just find a way to fucking get weed, all the shit out of your system, and tell them you quit before, and then just fucking go in because they'll find a way to screw you.
There's always someone who smokes more weed. Like I have friends who'll be like, "You're a pothead," but it's like, no, I know potheads. Like I know people who smoke a lot of weed.
I smoke, but it's like, I can't even say I'm never mind. I'm one of those people.
Have any of you done that dab shit that I was talking about? The dab? You know what I'm talking about?
Dabs?
Of course.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's like
that
crackhead.
It's like 10 years old now.
I know. No, it is old as fuck. But I mean, not everyone has done it. I didn't realize it's like 99% THC or some shit like that. That's crazy.
I'm 26 now. I didn't start smoking until like I was 23. So like I've only been smoking for like the last 3 years.
Oh wow, you lasted way long. Yeah, I was 17. I was
like 14.
I didn't start drinking. I didn't start drinking until college either. Like I had beers and stuff before, but like it wasn't until college that I was like drugs.
Do you guys, when you were younger, did your parents bring you to bars?
No. My mom's dad was an alcoholic, so she's a substance abuse counselor. Okay. So she's like, no.
What about you?
Yeah, no, my dad definitely brought me to some bars. That's the thing. What's funny, the bar burned down too, and then we just stopped going. And I was like, well, it sucks.
Yeah, because I remember like in high school, girls and like dudes who just, I guess parents never were like, man, I can't wait to like go to the bar. And I'd be like, I go there all the time. Like, I don't know what you're talking. Like, I know what a bar is.
There's always that like one or two arcade game that.
Hell yeah, pinball. Yeah,
absolutely.
There was this bar. We used to go to like one of those social club things. Like it's culture. You look at me weird. Like a hall.
You mean like Knights of Columbus or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Like?
One of those. I'm not gonna get specific, but it was always one of those, and they always had like a certain
like
kind
you
of
almost
pinball.
Said cult. That's fine.
No.
That's fine. What the weird?
No,
cult.
not
Have
a
you
cult.
ever been in one of those cults?
Cults
Like
the pinball
Freemasons?
machines and the alcoholics and the punch, and you all kill your parents and just Georgetown massacre. Anyway, no.
Yeah, I went to Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. I don't know
No, I did too. But like,
was solid.
I remember like when kids would say shit like, "Yeah, I can't wait to go to like where the adults hang out." Like your parents don't bring you to those places, so like it's not that big of a fucking deal. That like no wonder why certain people
Can't always
lose
find a babysitter,
or just like I guess, but or they just don't want them there. But you wonder why people lose their minds when they go out when they're younger, and you're like, oh, it's because you guys never were exposed to that shit.
Right,
like I've seen people like fall off bar stools and shit, and just been like, ugh. Stepped over them like I don't get away from me.
That's definitely been me in like college dorms. Like I've literally slipped in my own vomit, like on some banana peel shit. Like,
what's the worst like drunk you've ever had where it's like bad?
I was
you regret it.
I was
that way.
This is like I've had more embarrassing stories, but the stupidest thing I ever did was at a party. I was cross-faded, I was drunk, and I was high and I was upset. So I was like, this was in Chicopee, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drive to New York. So like I was
so far.
I got behind the wheel. I was like, I'm gonna do something crazy. Like I'm gonna do something. So I got behind the wheel of the car, and I was just speeding, going like 90 down the highway. And like there was no other cars. And then like halfway like around Connecticut, like the car just shit the bed. So I like pulled off in Connecticut, and instead of being like, I'm gonna turn around, I was like, I'm gonna Uber the rest of the way there. So I like Ubered to New York to my cousin's place, and like it was Lyft, and the way Lyft worked is, this is such a scumbag thing, but the way Lyft worked is like, you could basically I deleted the app before the payment went through. So it was like $100 ride to New York, and I was like, I'm not paying for that shit. And so yeah, that's the stupidest thing I ever did.
Yeah. That's not bad, Tom. That's not bad at all. I was expecting way worse with that story. You let me down. I thought you were going to end up like bad in New York.
No,
like I mean stabbed or something.
No, I haven't been stabbed yet.
I threw up in my own bed. That was bad. I blacked out, went home. Like I actually dropped this. Well, we're not friends anymore, but my time I dropped him off. And the last thing I remember is him going, "See you tomorrow." And then I was at my mom's house. Like I just remember pulling into my mom's driveway and being like, I don't know how I got here. It's like 8 minutes of my life. I don't know where it is. It's just blacked out. And then I woke up the next morning and I threw up in my bed and just stayed in it. Just stayed right in it. I was like, this is the way it is.
Definitely
this is the way it is.
The way it is. And then I came downstairs and told my mom, and she just gave me shit about it. Like, she didn't sympathize with me. She's like, you need to change how you've been living lately.
How old were you?
I was like 22, 23 probably.
Gotcha.
It was not the best time of my life, but yeah.
That was the age
she
when
was
I was doing
right,
shit like
too.
that.
She wasn't even wrong. It was just... I didn't need her to give me shit when I was in that condition. She could have waited till I showered. And I was like, I couldn't move. I was like at the kitchen table, like, I need water. She's giving me shit.
Didn't let you recover before, shitting on you, basically.
No, not at all, dude. That's a Catholic mom for you, dude. They have to let you know you did bad.
Can I bring this is a conversation I had with some friends.
Of course.
You didn't have to see the movie for the conversation, but have you seen Wonder Woman 84?
No.
So there's basically in the whole idea there is so for anyone who hasn't seen it, in the first movie the guy she loves dies. In the second one, he's brought back to life his spirit is brought into someone else's body and some Freaky Friday shit.
Oh, okay.
And my friend was like, yo, he basically said Wonder Woman's a rapist. And I was like, why? And he was like, because she fucked someone's body without their consent while someone else was in there. So it became this whole conversation. So this is the scenario, right? Like, say, like, on some Freaky Friday shit, we swapped bodies, right? And I had sex with someone else while in your body, but they knew that I was in your body. Is that rape?
No, that would not be rape.
Okay. Would you be comfortable with that? Me fucking other people in your body?
Yeah, I'd be fine. I wouldn't care.
What if I had gay sex in your body?
You know,
Does that change the game?
Do I? All right.
I mean,
do
it
I
change-
remember it? Do I
changes
remember it?
something.
No,
I
but
don't
like
think
you
so,
know, you
right?
had a dick in your ass. Like when you get in your body,
I have to
you
get.
know,
All right. See, that's again.
no, like, okay, so let's say this.
I was okay with you fucking
were-
me getting fucked because the thing is, I have to go back in that body, and I know my butt's gonna be different. Because like,
So it's okay, like straight sex, okay, but like,
yeah,
I'm in the
And,
same
like,
boat. Like I'm like, you can fuck in my body, but like,
I
don't put
wouldn't
anything in your
even
butt.
tell my girlfriend. I would just be like, yeah, I would. Well, I would tell her I switched bodies, but I wouldn't even tell her that you went off and fucked. Unless you didn't wear a condom, you'd have to wear condoms.
Oh, that's reasonable. Yeah, I don't want to give you
I'm not
AIDS,
gonna wear
like-
condoms at me, but you have to wear
If you're
condoms
gonna
for
be in
me.
his body, at least wear
You're
some
wearing
condoms.
condoms for me. I'm not wearing condoms for me though. So that's just take that to know.
Okay, that's good to know because you never know. What
No,
about you, Austin?
I'm
Is it-
okay with that. Yeah, I don't.
If you were in my body, if I cared if you fucked people, is that what the question
And just
was?
in general, like, what are there limit? Like, if someone's in your body, like, is there ground rules? Like, you can't do this, you can do this.
You know what?
Well, I'm gonna have to put gay sex up there after for all the same reasons. And no, I don't chop anything off, and then I think I'm good.
This is the other
Wear a
thing.
condom.
Now I'm sad
Maybe
though
a shot
too
of penicillin.
because I'm gonna. Are you still going?
No,
Sorry.
no.
I'm sad now though because you're gonna fuck somebody who I could have fucked, and I'm gonna want to fuck them now. Like if they're cute, I'm
I'll keep
sorry.
their number. I'll be like, yo, like, I don't. Yeah.
I love my girlfriend.
Oh,
She's cool. She's cool. You know what? I won't fuck someone else.
Yeah, let's just edit this part out. She doesn't.
No,
have
she's
to-
cool. She knows it's a bit. No,
Cool.
but I would be mad. I'd be like, damn, a missed opportunity. Yeah, I would be upset. Wait, so are you if you're me, you have to act. No, you wouldn't act
like
That's gonna be weird.
It's still because it's like my manner.
It's
like,
just
I'm gonna
you
sound
being
like
me.
you. Yeah, it's me
Damn.
being me in your body.
to act like. I just have to act like you. To
It'd be nice to be a white guy for the day. I'd take.
That'd be
advantage
alright.
of
It
that.
would, and
that's true.
I'm 6 feet,
pretty
dude.
good.
It would be
that'd
pretty wild.
different. A whole different experience.
For you.
What would you do if you were in my? Like, is there anything specific?
Oh, I'd say the N word immediately. Like, immediately. Dude.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, that definitely.
I don't. Wait, you're not black, right? Or
well, see, okay, as Puerto Rican,
Okay,
I'm
you're
black,
Puerto Rican,
right?
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're not
culturally.
white, so-
Culturally, I'm not black. Like, I didn't grow up watching like Friday movies and stuff like that. But like, I'm black.
the second one though,
Yeah.
you were like, "This is kind of racist, but it's made by black people." So, isn't that you've seen Next Friday?
I really haven't seen the Friday.
Okay,
movies.
go watch, listeners. If, go watch Next Friday with 2020 vision. Yeah, it's made by black people, but the Mexican guy in that it's the most racist Mexican guy in most movies. It's like a cholo to the extreme, and I don't know how that doesn't ever get called out. It's fine. I don't care. I like it, but that shit never gets called out. Fuck. The other thing. Oh, we're going back to you. The thing about I said you're Puerto Rican. You get it because you're like, oh, I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm not white, so I can say it. I always say this to my girl because she's half white, half Persian, and then she'll say she's white, and I'm like, you're not though. Like to us,
what
to
is
whites.
what is Persian? Because it's like to us, Persians
I-
are white.
Iranian. They're from Iran.
Okay, gotcha.
So to me, as a bit, like obviously she wants to say she's white. It's whatever. But to real white people, the real white people, she's not white. No matter how much she says she's white, they'll be like, "Oh, you're white," and then she'll be like, "And I'm half Persian." They'll be like, "You're not." No, that doesn't count. We barely let Italians in. Like,
I was gonna ask, 'cause I was gonna say
barely.
you're half like anything. You're barely white.
This is
White
the
is
thing.
basically a mixture of a bunch of shit, I guess.
This is the thing too. As growing up, the way I am, because I'm just transparent. The way I am, like I guess I'm Italian because of my name, but I'm only like 25% Italian. But growing up, to me, Italians are white people, and so are Jews around here. Like they look like regular white people. Like when I found out that like there's Jews all over the place are like hated. I'm like they just hate like and they're not white.
This is
Apparently,
starting to sound
I'm like,
racist.
how? No. I'm just saying like I don't understand. When I was younger, whenever someone was like. Whenever I saw a Jewish person, they kind of look so like me a little bit too.
Yeah,
like,
I always
don't
see Jewish people like I think it's the same thing where it's just like to me like Jewish people are white people, but to some white people, Jewish people are Jewish people.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, I guess it's because they're from that side of the
Israel,
world.
is it?
Yeah,
Israel?
dude, I don't know.
What's an
I'm
Orthodox Jew?
not a fan. I'm just saying, like, I don't do.
Not a fan.
Are Orthodox Jews? Are those the ones that have like the
Yes, they're
curly
the ones who
hairs
dress like they're in a gang. Yeah, all the time, dude.
Jews are so funny
that's
though.
that's
they're
wicked
hilarious,
Jewish.
no doubt.
I wanna end up with a Jewish. I want to date a Jewish woman once. I feel like Jewish women are hilarious.
I'm sure, dude.
You ever seen The Marvelous Miss Maisel? It's a good show.
Yeah, I watched the first season, and the only thing I don't like about that show is, even for that time, no one would be like that good at stand up just doing it. I know she's marvelous, and that's the reason. But she only bombs one time in the first season. Like when she does, she says the N word. She says the real, like the old N word, not even like the offensive one. She's just like talking.
Wait, what is this on?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
And it's well done and everything. It's just, I don't know, man. Like that. It not that it's on. If it was realistic the way it should be, it wouldn't exist. But like, I just think she should bomb more. That shit annoys me. I don't know why. It's like the same thing with Crashing. Like Pete Holmes.
I just finished it the other day.
I never finished it, but they if they do any show about a comic who's just starting as an open micer, just have the first season of them bombing, just bombing horribly, just bombing. Then, like, on the third episode, they get maybe a laugh. Maybe at the season finale, they get laid. Other than that, it shouldn't really...
I feel like they could make the show funnier, too, watching a dude bomb.
All the time.
Yeah. You know
just
what I mean?
bomb. It really should be at least...
dick for a whole season.
Yeah,
I love showing my brother sets of me bombing because I enjoy the cringing together. Like I love the look on his face when he's like laughing at just the silence.
Dude, I don't like inside talk that much, but I can't even show people like my good sets. I'm like, I don't want to. I can't be in the room at least. Like I'll put it on and just be like, you guys want to see this? If they're like, show me, and then I'll leave. I won't watch it with them. I can't do it. Because I'm like, that's a better joke now. Like type shit, all that. But yeah. Hold on. All right. Dead spot. Another article. This is, I'm going to say...
I got you asked the worst drunk.
Oh, yeah. What happened to you, Austin? I'm sorry.
So I got and it ties into a car accident I got in as well. I was 16. It was like the last day of school. And there was supposed to be a party on the... I used to live in Enfield, Connecticut. It's like right down the street. Yeah. There was supposed to be a party at the Connecticut River, right? So I drive my Altima out there. I'm drinking the whole time. And it gets caught in like some mud or something, like a whole pond. So this dude had to push me out with a Jeep. And then we got to the party, and it was just mad gay. That's
your worst. You guys suck. I wish I would have asked you guys this fucking question.
The party sucked.
You guys, that's your worst.
No, I'm not even close to being done. I'm just saying the party sucked. All right, what the fuck?
I got drunk and then went to a really gay party.
I just got drunk.
I got drunk and went to a gay party.
Such a privilege.
Anyway, so I'm leaving that place. It's like 2:00 in the morning. I went to Denny's naturally I was with my buddy the whole time, and we're just eating at Denny's. Then I'm leaving, and like my car's like running like shit because water got into like the air filter or whatever. So I'm revving it, and then this car next to me thinks I'm like trying to race. And at this point, I'm blackout cocked, and I got a full stomach of Denny's, and I'm like ramped up, and I'm like racing the guy, and he just blows by me because my car sucked. So my buddy looks at me and he's like, just show him what the Ultima's got. So I'm like, all right. And then I went on the opposite side of the road and went like 60 miles an hour in a residential territory. And this dude went to turn left. I had no idea he had a signal light on. I completely T-boned him.
Smooth.
Yeah. And then that
was pretty bad.
Just took off.
You just left? You never got caught?
And I never got caught. I fixed my car the next day. The next day was my mom's birthday. I was freaking out. I'm like, I can't drive home with my car like this. So I went to the junkyard and got like $200 worth of just like the cosmetic shit and fixed it. And yeah.
No one ever found out or nothing?
No, and it was like thousands of dollars worth of damage. Like I was going to like garages to get it priced out. And there's mud all over. It's caved in. They're like, Jesus, what'd you hit? I'm like, this big ass dog, man. I don't know what to tell you. But they were quoting like thousands, and I'm like, oh boy.
Oh, word, dude. That's a good story, dude. Yeah, Tom, you gotta live more.
I think the other car is probably fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to be moving.
You should always drive drunk. I know that's bad advice, but like they always tell you not to.
I don't recommend it.
No.
Unless it's during the day.
Or in the school zone.
I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying You should
Well,
see what
yeah,
all the
recommend
fuss
it.
is about.
Yeah.
Because you can do it. You just shouldn't do it. Ever. It's not good.
No. Don't drink and drive.
I remember the first time, it's fucked up, but like, not really, but like the first time I drunk and drove was the day before I went to college. It was the night before. And I rolled 2 blunts while driving. And I've never done that before in my life. But it was a great night, I'm not going to lie. My friends and I had a good time. And yeah, that was really that. Article. This is weird. I only saw the thing, though, but I just think it's funny that this is actually the name of a sweet or anything. But apparently in Australia, there's like those ice creams with like nuts on the outside. And one of them's called a golden gay time. And they're trying to ban that name for some reason down there. And it's just like the tagline, it's hard to have a gay time on your own. And it's just like really good. I really like it. And I don't know, like, I didn't research this at all, but like, yeah, on either side, they're wrong. Because like, if it's a conservative person being like, we can't do this, it's like, it's just a gay time, who cares? But if they're getting mad because it's being called a gay time, like, why? Why? It's just a gay time. Like, who cares?
It's not like they're calling it.
There's
like
things that
fag
are a
cream.
gay time, dude. Like, you can do shit, and that's like,
That wasn't that long ago. Like, gay was like
happy, right?
Yeah,
Married,
happy, right?
yeah. Well, when we were kids, gay to me was like stupid and like effeminate.
Yeah.
That's what it meant. Like, if a guy was like, I like Wonder Woman out of the Justice League, you're like, you're gay. Like, it's just.
I was afraid to admit that I watched Powerpuff Girls as a kid.
Yeah, me too, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, and it wasn't because
that's why you're fucking Puerto Rican young man.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people did. That's why it kills. Like every time.
Yeah, dude. Everyone likes the
A
Power.
lot of grown men watching Powerpuff Girls.
That's the thing too. I remember watching it and being like, "Is this for girls?" Like, I really do, because it wasn't. They weren't girly girls. Like, they were like fun, and it was action.
And Buttercup was a dyke. She's a lesbian. Like,
yeah, definitely. And the villains. I watched it a lot for the villains too. I love the guy. Anything he does, Gendy Tarantino.
Samurai Jack.
Have you seen Primal?
I haven't yet. That's the new one. Right?
Austin, have you seen Primal? I didn't think you had it. It's okay, but it's like a caveman and a T-Rex team up in prehistoric times, and that's it. There's like no dialogue. It's
Primal?
just. Yeah, it's on Adult Swim and shit. It's fucking sick. It's like it's the guy who did Samurai Jack, but it's like rated R, and it's brutal. Like, it's really fucked up. It's actually
it's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon on Adult Swim, but it's like the first episode is probably one of the most fucked up. Like, not fucked up. It's just like you're like, oh, this is about a caveman and a T-Rex, and just how they meet. You're like, this is so fucked up. Like, it's sad. It like made me sad. Not gonna lie. It's going in a weird direction.
If you look up the Whoop Ass Girls on YouTube, the Powerpuff Girls was actually originally going to be called the Whoop Ass Girls.
Oh, it was going to be on Adult Swim?
It wasn't. This was way before Adult Swim, but it was going to be called the Whoop Ass Girls. And instead of Chemical X, it was a can of Whoop Ass.
Oh,
look into that. They had to water it down for children's TV. But that's why it has
Jojo
that
was just black eye. It was super smart.
It was just Samuel Jackson versus the Powerpuff Girls.
No, dude, I really was. I was the same way. Like, everyone would talk about Samurai Jack or Dexter and just never bring up the Powerpuff Girls. And I swear we all watched it.
Oh, Dexter's Lab?
We did. Clearly, all three of us did.
Yeah.
Wait, what was?
Dexter's Lab.
Dexter's Lab ripped, dude. And I was a cartoon...
That shit, it did rip.
I was a Cartoon Network
Never heard
guy.
anyone explain Dexter's Lab fucking rips,
yeah,
bro.
It's hilarious. The French Toast. Everyone knows the French Toast episode and shit like that. It's fucking stupid.
I just started watching. My buddy got me into Rick and Morty.
Oh, Rick and Morty is fantastic.
Check out Solar Op. You have Hulu?
Yeah.
Check out Solar Opposites. It's the same
Solar
cartooning
Opposites?
and probably the same exact It's the same people who created it, just not Dan Harmon or whatever. But fucking Solar Opposites, hilarious. Same, very, very similar type of humor and like stories, like all that weird sci-fi shit.
Yeah.
There's a really the wall subplot. There's a subplot there that's actually like there's one episode that got me like watery eyed at the end of it.
Okay, that
so
I know exactly what episode you're talking about. The mouse. That shit fucked me up. It's not funny at all. That shit really fucked me up. I'm on season 2, and I'm really hoping they'll do something like that.
Season 2 came out already?
Yeah, it just came out. Me and my girl are watching it.
Yeah.
Austin, check out Solar Opposites. You'll like it. But if you thought that mouse shit was fucked up in that, watch Primal when you get home. Look at it. It's not free on Adult Swim.
Primal?
It's only like 20 minutes long. That first episode is like when they say primal, you're like, all right, yeah, but like it's so fucked up that you're like, not even fucked up. It's just you're for a cartoon, you're like, and it is bloody and shit, but you're like, I didn't expect this to happen. It's just really, yeah, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's like one of the best cartoons I've seen in a long time.
What is like the quality of the cartoon? Is it like
it's like better Samurai Jack.
Oh, okay.
Way more graphic. Like really, like he fights. You know those like horn dinosaurs with the horn on their nose.
Rhinoceros?
No, like the. All right, let's say it's
it's
like
that's
it's a Ceratosaurus, like the one that's a fucking it's like a T-Rex with a horn. He like rips the horn out of one of those things' heads. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's a great con. It's great. It's like a video game, but if
sounds like something to watch right before I go to bed.
No, it's great.
Just masturbate to it real quick.
We're good on time. One more article should be able to riff something. It's not. I saw this a few days ago, and my girl said not to do it, but I don't care. Do you guys see that? Sports Illustrated is having its first model with Down syndrome.
No way. Shut up.
Shit you not.
A model?
And
like swimsuit model?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
And she's hot. I saw her. She's pretty hot, dude. Like I've
does she have
dated
the Down
uglier
syndrome
women.
Face?
Sort of. Yeah. She does.
Yeah.
She does. But she's still got like perfect symmetry, and she's like she's really pretty. I'm not even taking that away from her.
Do you have a picture? Do you have
I don't know if I have a picture.
To look for it
if anyone can Google these things, but who's listening?
I'm definitely gonna look it up when I get home.
I'm serious. Like I saw it, and I was like, I don't
even know what
not
Down
bad.
syndrome. You know her
Down
name or just
model?
Down syndrome model?
She's torn. You know what she just aims to be? I don't even know if she is in it. I just saw it and was like, that is wild. That not even bad. It's just like if I was her, I just wouldn't do it, because then there's people like us who talk about it on a fucking podcast in a weird way.
Yeah, she definitely looks like she's got Down syndrome.
Wait, can I?
But she is kind of hot.
She is, right?
I mean, this one's a little wild looking, but you can scroll through.
That's fucked up, dude. You pulled up that one out of all of them.
Well, no, there's like other ones.
These are all like this one.
And I'll go.
See, God damn it,
wow,
we're on
yeah,
YouTube.
no, that one she looks really good.
She's really
I feel
pretty.
like such an asshole.
Yeah.
My whole thing is like,
she's a beautiful girl.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was gonna go with that. I just thought it would be. She's not gonna like. See, I thought when I saw it too,
she's gonna have a bunch of like middle-aged men like jerking off to her. Probably she's made it.
She's gonna have all ages of men jerking off to her, like no doubt.
There's gonna be a bunch of new fetishes.
Yeah, it's gonna pop
that's
up on
what it is
Pornhub.
Too. It's like opening up. I don't think there's like porn or anything yet, but it's opening up for that at some point.
It's gonna happen.
Hey, everyone deserves love.
You ever wonder like who the sick fucks are that start some of these fetishes?
I think. No, yeah, I do. There's
like the creator of fucking
I don't know. Some famous comedian had a bit where it's like I just heard about it on a podcast where they were like, I want to meet how people have names where it's like the first Smith was a blacksmith and like someone did this. It's like, who is the first John Rape? I don't know who does that bit. It's really funny, so I'm not taking credit, but that shit I always make that. But it's like with her too. Like she's pretty, right? Especially for a girl with Down syndrome, and then she's gonna get put. What?
That asterisk.
She's pretty
for a girl
she's
with
gonna
Down
get
syndrome.
put into this category of like hot girl, where it's like she's gonna start acting like a hot girl. I think.
I wonder how she talks.
That's what I'm saying. She'll be like, my feelings are always valid, and you have to accept that. And they're like, Miss, you're eating your gift bag right now. You have to stop. I'll probably cut this part. It's too fucked up.
Hey, before we take this picture, you gotta wipe the drool off.
No, that's she's I don't know. I think
she's just a model, or is she like an athlete or something?
No, she's
like
a
model. Special Olympics. No,
she's also an athlete.
No, that's the time too. I think. 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to hell for this one.
Yeah, we'll see what we do with this one.
Gonna see Lil Nas down there.
Yeah, you guys think about that? I didn't even see that. All I saw all day were black comedians being like, "It's gay, it's not gay, religion isn't real, and God." And I was just like, Jesus Christ, dude! Like, I don't know what's going on.
I'm just
what
watching
did he do?
the fire burn. I'm also just.
What did he do? Did he like in a video? Did he like suck off?
From
the devil
what I
or
understand,
something?
is he gave Satan a lap dance, then he killed him, became Satan, and now he's releasing these shoes that have 666 on them and have blood in the soles of their shoes.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what did he do? He gave Satan a lap dance.
So in the music video, he gives Satan a lap dance, and then he snaps his neck. This is what I've heard. And then he snaps his neck, and then he like takes his throne, and he's like, "I'm Satan now."
Oh, that's badass, dude. I don't care about that. I don't get where this shit is like. Like the devil is a problem. Like, dude, rock and roll has been around forever. Like, it's clearly not a fucking. I hate that shit. I don't know what they're just trying. He's smart for trying to like make people pissed off. But I don't know who these people are getting pissed off at.
Also, these parents will be like, "Yo, like, I don't want my kid listening or watching this," but then they'll let their kids listen to songs about like drugs and bitches, and it's like, your kid's not gonna grow up to be Satan, but he might grow up to be a fucking heroin addict. So
I saw an interesting point too, and it's like, they'll say like this shit'll turn your kids gay, but it's like, then make them watch straight shit.
Exactly.
Just turn them back into straight kids, like, right? If that's how it works, you know what I mean? I remember just watching James Bond and being like, I want to do what he's doing when I was younger. I remember that. Every time he like hooked up with a chick, I was like, fuck yeah, dude, that's me. And I'm going to do that.
That was me with Batman.
I think I found porn on
same
that
shit.
Or something.
It'd be like him and Catwoman. I want to jump off rooftops and just
anytime that,
fuck a furry.
They hook up with a chick, I'm like, that's me. That's what I want to do. You guys ever seen furry? Like, I delivered pizza for a while, and once a year, I think I did it for like 2-3 years, and once a year there was this furry convention in Cromwell, Connecticut, and we always delivered pizza to them, and they're fucking, it is sex. Don't ever let them tell you they're not fucking.
A furry convention?
Yeah, so it's like a hotel where the furries just take up like 10 fucking floors worth of, they just take up floors and then they fuck. That's it. They just go room to room. They like meet up at the bar. They like walk around the hotel in like a fucking Sonic the Hedgehog costume, and then they meet up with like a bear somewhere, and then they fuck, and that's it. That's it. It's all they do.
Sounds like a wild ass.
I can't imagine the smell because like you're sweaty from being inside the costume, and then you're fucking. And it's probably
no, dude. I don't think they really come out of the costumes. I think they have like holes and shit. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, exactly.
The costumes probably come with holes out now if they're just doing it every year.
Oh, definitely. No, a lot of them do, but they're well hidden and shit. And a lot of it too is like some of them will just walk around with just tails.
They got a trap door for his dick.
Yeah, for real, or their ass, dude. It's wild.
I'll take a girl with like cat ears and like a butt plug with a tail. Like that's where it is for me. Just draw some whiskers on. Is that too much?
Not at all. I'm not weird. I wouldn't be weird about that at all.
I think that cat girl hot is pretty shit. Pretty hot.
As long as the girl still looks like a girl, I really don't mind what they do.
Yeah, look, be a human.
Yeah, a girl could look like Star Wars, those girls who have like the tentacles that come out of their head and come around. Yeah, it's like just two. Like there's a girl in I think Return of the Jedi who gets fed to the monster. It's like she's hot. Like I would, definitely.
Yeah, I'd eat her.
Or Rashida. You seen the fucking Rashida Jones in The Mandalorian?
Oh, not Rashida Jones. Rosario Dawson.
Rashida Jones. Yeah, I always get them mixed up. Yo, it's their names. Yeah, dude, Rosario Dawson, dude. It's like I would not give a fuck if she showed up like that at all. I'd be like, cool.
That's another one I gotta Google.
Gamora too. Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, she's just green. Or the chick from Avatar, same actress. But
the girl in Star Trek, same shit. If a girl is green, I really wouldn't care. That would actually be a plus if like, well, not a plus, but I would be like, this is interesting. Like if I showed up, my girlfriend was like, I painted myself purple for the day. I'd be like, cool. Like I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, all right, it's gonna be interesting. Like, some Star Trek sex and shit.
You guys ever role play?
I would. I just I've never had a girl. I've actually my girl now would probably be down, but I'm not. I don't know. That shit is like
you wouldn't initiate it.
Yeah, or just
that's
like
how I feel. I wouldn't. I've never done it, but I would never. No one's ever asked.
See, it's not that I wouldn't do it. I would be. I would be laughing in my head the whole time.
Yeah,
it is a little
I
hard,
can't. It'd be hard to do seriously.
Yeah, dude. It's like the thing is too. It seems like every girl's role play thing always ends up with like, so you want to like break in and like rape me or something? You're like, no, I don't. I don't want to do that. I don't at all. I'm okay with like light choking and shit, but like some of these chicks are wild, dude.
This one time, I remember one of my exes was like, I want you to like, we weren't even having sex yet. She was just like, I want you to like slap me. I want to see what it feels like. I was like, I really don't want to like hit you. She's like, no, like do it. And I was like, and then I like lightly did that. And then she just started bawling and I felt horrible.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what? Why? She's like, no, it didn't hurt. It's just like, I don't know. It just felt weird that you hit me. I'm like, you asked me to do it.
I have a bit that almost never works, so I'll just do it on here. It's like, like I've fucked a bunch of liberal chicks, and it's like they're always about being like, don't make fun of women, or like my feelings are always valid, and you can't ever make fun of gay people. It's not funny. And then while you're fucking them, if you don't smack the shit out of them, they call you a faggot. It's fucking wild. It's wild, dude. It's wild. They're like, you're a fucking faggot. And you're like,
whoa.
You just said it's not cool to be
you're
gay. It's
canceled.
like, but you're not gay. You're just being a faggot. And you're like, okay, I don't want to beat your ass. Sorry.
Well, you're being a bitch.
Sorry, yeah. I didn't know. Yeah, it's fucking wild, dude. Yeah, I don't know. How much time we done? We had enough time to cut out that other thing. Maybe.
I think it was gold. I think you ought to leave it in there.
I'll leave it in. I just
Maybe put a few censor bleeps so
my
they're not sure what we're
was
talking
like,
about.
if you talk about that, they're gonna come get you later in life. I'm like, it's called yes offense, dude. Like, if you got this far into it and you're like, this is offensive, it's like, fuck you.
We love retarded people.
We fuck them. That's what we're saying.
I would have fucked that chick.
We're inclusive.
No doubt. Especially if it's like legal.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
if
think
it's legal.
it is.
I
Right?
don't
Yeah,
think
right?
it's illegal.
I don't know.
I'm pretty
Depends how
sure
dumb
I've
she
seen
is.
normal people.
I've
you know,
worked with a mentally challenged guy for a year, and it does not seem legal to do anything like experimental wise with them at all. Like, they can't try drugs, they can't try sex.
There's levels to this shit, though, right? Like, there's
there
levels
is. Like,
of
so I'm pretty sure if they like are independent, then they can make up their own decisions. Like, they live by themselves. But if they have like a caretaker, I don't think they can just willy nilly have people over to fuck.
Do you
which
think
is sad.
the caretakers like have them fuck each like?
That's the
say
thing.
he knows a nice Down
I
syndrome
would
guy.
if I was a caretaker. I always thought about that. If I worked with him longer and he like met another special needs girl and was like, "Can you bring me over there?"
Yeah.
I definitely would. No, that's the thing too.
Right?
So he would get dropped off to at a care center for the day, like when they would watch him for a day, and he'd get picked up in this van, and there was always this other girl in the van with him, and every time he got off the van, he'd be like, "Bye," and they'd be like flirt a little bit, and I'd be like, "Yo, you should like try to like hit her up, dude, like talk to her and like maybe go hang out with her, get off the van with her." And he's like, "No, dude, her dad's home and then she has this." And I'm like, "Oh, you've already plotted this out." Like, you're like, they're just like us, dude.
Way ahead of you.
100%. Like, even if you think they're off because they but like they think exactly like we do.
I feel like we just keep digging the hole.
Hey man,
no,
no,
we're
it's
not
true.
trying
This
to,
is-
but we
this
are.
is how people
Yeah.
whatever, man. This is how people think. Like, people always think like, not you obviously be nice to people with special needs, but they're just as mean as regular. That's what I mean. Like, they have exactly the same feelings we do. Like, it's
Yeah,
like
I've dealt with a couple of mean grocery baggers before.
yeah, dude, my dude, when we would hang out, would just when he saw other special needs people, he would make fun of them. He'd be like, "Look at those weirdos over there.
Look at those retards."
I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I guess. Don't maybe I don't."
Yeah.
No, it was always fun hanging out with him though. Oh, we definitely caught that in the audio. Thank you, Trucker.
Mother
Anyway,
trucker.
we'll wrap this one because we made good time, dude. This, we've been going like almost an hour. You guys
Really
didn't know
cool.
that. It's like 15 minutes.
It flew by.
Hell yeah. No, it was fun, you guys. Anything? All right, so, anything else you guys want to plug? You guys will be anything. You do it again.
Scroll back to the. I was gonna say, scroll back to the beginning. April 10th, Greenwich Comedy Club. April 28th, Comic Strip in New York, and then May 1st, Elbow Room in Connecticut.
Instagram, you got
Tom Roche Comedy. That's just all my shit.
What about you, Austin? You got anything?
Instagram, Austin Apostle. I do have a show It's like an EMT comedy thing next Sunday. I don't know what that is. That's the 10th, maybe 11th.
We're
Springfield
recording
somewhere.
this at the end of March, so it's the next Sunday at the end.
Yeah.
It's the first Sunday in
April, like
Second.
11th or something, 12th.
Wait, it's next Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's the second Sunday in
Yeah.
April.
I'll put the information on Austin Apostle Instagram.
Hell yeah, you'll see a picture. And yeah, me, I'll be again Shish next week in West Hartford, Woodbury Brewing Company, April 29th and April 22nd. I know it's out of order. It'll be at Stores at Husky's Bar. Come see. At Silly Selly at Instagram. Also, send any hate mail or any shit to yesoffenseofficial@gmail.com. And spread and share the shit, man. Appreciate it. Peace. That's it. Thanks, guys, for coming.